Good day, welcome to Gamers Everything. If we do a little research, trying to find the top 10 video games ever, two are going to stand out. The Oregon Trail and M.U.L.E. We're playing M.U.L.E. today. And you're gonna probably understand why. If you've never played this game, you have to give it a try. This is kind of a supply, demand, and auctions and luck kind of game. Graphics, a little lacking, but that's not what the game is about. Like if you just saw the graphics, you'd probably go, oh, I'm not going to play that game. I have the box from the NES version. We're not going to play that. We're going to play the 64 version, but that's nice about it. It kind of gives you some pictures. And you see the graphics. That's basically it. Nothing fancy. It's the gameplay. And basically it says you can become the richest and most powerful inhabitant in the newly discovered planet by buying the most land, mining the most precious metals, and supplying the most food and energy to all the peasants otherwise known as your opponents. And then it goes on to win, you need mules, multiple use labor elements, kind of mechanical donkeys, which do your dirty work, growing food, mining, and producing energy. Mules are critical, so you want to get as many as possible and cheaply as possible. And by the way, treasury is acceptable. And the idea behind this game is kind of a supply and demand game. You need food, you got to buy food. You need energy, you got to buy energy. You can grow energy, you can grow food. You mine smith ore, you mine crystite, all very valuable. And at the end, the guy with the most wins. Very hard to win. The computer kind of cheats a little bit. And so if you're going to play two-player, and this is a four-player game if you want to be, you can, two people get joysticks, two people can do the keyboard. Works fairly well, a little awkward for the keyboard people, but you can play also on the NES. It's four-player if you get, I think, the little satellite controller. Two-player is probably the best way because each person has a joystick and you're fighting against two computer people. And you can do like collusions where you both can kind of hit your fire button at the same time. You can do a collusion and work together. But it's supply and demand. And we have a Commodore 64 version. I've got it on disc. This came out on disc, but on the internet, on Facebook, I found somebody selling the cartridge. Of course, it's, not an official cartridge, but somebody probably put the ROM on. Here's the company. You can see I got it from this fellow here, R.J. Lucas, the owner of Video Game Nirvana, Madison, Ohio. I'm going to have to try this out. I'm not too far from Ohio, but M.U.L.E. on cartridge. Really nice cartridge, nice little label, and fairly decent. I mean, really nice shell, really nice. Yeah, I already played this a few times. Love this game. We're going to play it on the Commodore 128, not the 64 today, because I have that set up. So I tell you what, let's go upstairs and give this some play, because I think you're going to want to see this. Okay, we got the 128 going here. We got our M.U.L.E. Let's plug her in. And fire it up. Get the old Wicco. And give her a second. There we go. So let's play us a little bit of M.U.L.E. And we do, let's see, F5 changes the amount of players. We want one. Have something going. We got a joystick. And there you have it. Mule for the Commodore 64. Fantastic game. I think this is, of all of them, probably the Commodore 64 one is probably the best. I know a lot of people say the Atari one may be better. The NES one, I love the NES one. The problem is they kind of simplified catching the mountain wampus. You can catch it really easy. So you kind of get a little bit of advantage there with some extra money. But I think the Commodore one, a lot of fun. And if you have an hour or two to spend and you got a friend to play with you, you're going to really enjoy it. You can play it by yourself against three computer opponents. You're probably not going to win because the computer kind of gets an advantage and cheats. It's just the way it is. But what a great game. Anyway, that's M.U.L.E. for the Commodore 64.